Hi guys, this is our second project of JavaScript project series. In this project, we will build an interactive text calculator using HTML, CSS and JavaScript only. It is an Indian new tax regime calculator. We know that recently also some tax changes came in the recent budget. I included that changes also. Earlier for new tax regime, standard deduction was 50,000. Now it's increased to 75,000. So we can save 25,000 from our income. For beginner learning, it is very good project. We will learn event binding, dynamic element creation, logic calculation also. Plus, we will deploy this project on GitHub also. So that from globally we can access it and we can calculate the tax. Let's see the demo guys. Here we can enter the income. Suppose a user has income is 12 lakh per annum. Here we need to enter his date of birth. Suppose user date of birth is 9090. So here we will learn from the date of birth how to calculate the age also. We know that in tax system we have three categories for age related. First below 60, then above 60 that is senior, or above 80 that is super senior. On the basis of age, we will get some deduction in the tax also. Age input will be read only guys. Over here we cannot change it manually. Only on changes of the date of birth this age will be calculated. Here we will get some default standard deduction also. We can change it also. We can test for previous one means 50,000 one. Over here we can input other deductions if we have any, or might be in the some special case also. Although we knew in new tax regime we does not have any deduction other than standard deduction. To calculate the tax we will click on calculate tax button. Below tax calculations will be displayed. This is taxable income. Means 12 lakh minus 75,000. So this much of income is taxable income. This is the total tax which user need to pay. This is the tax rate. This tax rate guys 12 lakh of 6.56% is this one. So this much of the salary or this much of the income he need to pay as a tax. Over here we have tax slab-wise. In 0 to 3 lakh we does not need to pay anything, that is 0. 3 to 6 lakh we need to pay as a 5%, that tax will be 15,000. 6 to 9 lakh we have 10% and that is 30,000. 9 to 12 lakh 15% and that is 33,750 rupees. So if you total of all these three, you will get sum of this one. So this is the user need to pay. Same thing guys, you can calculate your salary tax also. Let's develop it. So over here I made a 3 file. All 3 files are totally empty. Let's start with the HTML. Let's add the style tag, link. Right, let's add the script tag, script source script dot JavaScript. Right. In the style file I am adding few styles. These are the styles. Over here this is the global style. It will apply all the controls. This is the body, only apply on body. There we are declaring the font size, line height, color, background color and some other property. Similarly we have container. So whatever the container we will placed all the content, this is the container. If we have some heading, this is H1 heading, this is for H2 and H3. This is the input group. If we have some label, we will show the label this color and this style. This is the input and the select. This style is for input and select. This is the button style guys. This is the result what we will show in the below. These are the result item. This is the text breakdown. This is the text slab. We will show the text slab over here in the result text list. This is the hidden class. We will hide something or dynamically we will remove this class. So by default we will hide. This is the total text. While we will just change the font style over there. And this is the number input box. There in number input box style we will change it. So guys, this is the reference file for you. I'll commit this code in the GitHub and I'll share the GitHub link into descriptions. You guys can take the reference from here. If you guys have any doubt or anything you didn't understand, please write down the comment. We will discuss it. Next thing is HTML one. In HTML we will make first container. Then we will write down the heading. I'm saving it also guys. We will see it over here. So due to this style, look and feel is coming in this way. And these are the style over here. Next thing is we need to be add the form tag. Inside in it form, we will make the input box so that we will take the user input like the income and the date of birth and some other thing also. First thing we will take the income. So income is the number and we have required. This is the HTML5 validations. Over here we'll take the minimum and this is step of the 1000. Meaning of this one guys, so it will increment by the 1000 over here. Another thing we need to be place the date of birth and this is the type is date over here. So if you will put any input date, so it will become as a calendar. Similarly we have so many type guys. In HTML5 it was introduced date, color, even the time also we have. So by default automatically the browser it will create some dialog over here. Next thing is we need to give the age. So this is the age input and this is read only, so user cannot able to write down. So it should be age should be calculated from the date of birth only whenever the date of birth change occur. Next thing is we need to show the standard deductions. So by default is the 75,000, but we can reduce or increase it, and we have the step is 1000. So through the 1000 wise we can increase or decrease it also, or we can type it also. This is not read only. Next one is we need to write down the other deductions. So this is other deductions. Definitely we required a submit button to submit the form. This is the submit button. So guys, this is our form. When we click on the calculate tax, we wanted to show the below area as a result. So below this form, we have result area. Here we'll display the textly read only data. First is the tax calculation result. Second, we will show the taxable income. Next, we need to show the total tax, how much tax we need to pay. Next thing is we need to be effective tax percentage. Finally, we need to show the tax breakdown. Tax breakdown, guys, we will show as a dynamic, because every salary wise the tax breakdown will be the change. Suppose if you have less salary, then might be the user has it less slab only. If it is salary higher, then might be we need to write down all the slabs. So these things will become dynamically inside in it. This is actually behave like as a container. So user by default this section will be hide. User cannot visible it. So to hide, I already made one style, guys. So this is the hidden. So through the JavaScript, we will remove the style when we click the calculate text. So this is our layout part, and we styling already we done. So now the main thing is the logic. Over here, guys, all the HTML control, I wrote down IDs. So through the ID, we can identify this one, and we can easily access into JavaScript also. So for example, I need to access the text form. Over here, I'll make a constant text form document dot get element by ID. Either I can use this one, or I can write down query selector also. Query selector. Query selector will be take all the CSS selector. So this will become like event. So both are the good actually. One more thing, guys, if you write down on the top, like as these are the global variables. So we have one issue in the JavaScript, that is we call global variable pollutions. Means anybody can access this variable and he or she can change this variable and our value might be impacted. So we should not be write down directly, or we can say the naked variable over there on the top. We should be wrap, or we should be put these variable in some functions. Means this variable should be part of some function, so then it will become the local variable. To make this one, so I'm just writing down over here ify. Immediately invoke function expressions. So this is functions. Here we'll write down the logic. And this function itself will be call it. Inside it will be wrap it our logic over here. So right now I'm using get element by ID only. Same way we'll get all the control variable over here. These are the HTML control mapping. So in the JavaScript we can access it, these control through this variable. Next thing is we need to be define our percentage of also. Like in 0 to 3 lakh we does not have any text. 3 to 6 we need to be define the 5% text. So this is our text slab. So this will be the constant, it will remain same, but we will use in the calculation while we have the salary. So if we have total salary is more than suppose this much, so we will actually these slab will be work over there. So we'll calculate dynamically. So that time we will use it limit and the rate of the percentage. Next thing is we need to calculate the age. To calculate the age, this is the date of birth input. So on this one we will add a event listener is change event listener. Here we'll write down the calculate age functions. So this is the function calculate age, and here we'll write down the logic. Guys, this is the normal function. So these functions we can define later on and we can call before it also due to the function or string concept in JavaScript. But if it was the expression, so we should be define the function first and then we can use it only. So to calculate age, guys, we have simple formula date of birth minus the current date. So we'll get the user age. So this is the basically date of birth and this is the today date. So over here we will just simply subtract from the year wise and we will get the age. Finally, whatever the age we will get it, we will input this age or on this text box. This is age input dot value and age we will write down. Let's test it. I don't think so it will work fine, but let's test it. So over here, suppose I give an age 1990 only. So I got a 34-year-old. That is correct. Suppose I'm changing over here the month. So this is November, so this should not be 34. So it should be, guys, 33. But why this is not working? Because over here we are subtracting 2024 minus 1990. So definitely result will become 34. But over here the user birthday will become in the November. User will be 34-year-old. So now it should be 33-year-old. So we should not be dependent on year, guys. We should check the month also. Let's check the month. Over here we will get the difference between months. Hope you understand what I am saying it. So if we will actually make like a way, so till 1990 January to till 1990 January to December, the user age will become 34-year-old only. But we want user age should be actually accurately should be calculated. So that's why we should take the difference of the month also. Here we will get the difference between the month. In this case, so today month is actually 7, or you can say July. So guys, one more thing. In JavaScript, the month will be always subtract -1, means the month will be take from 0 to 11 only. So month will be considered for July is a 6. And we passed it over here the November. So that means the month will be 10 over here. What the result will become? -4. So after 4 months, user will become 34-year-old. So we will check over here if the result will become in negative or 0. It could possible also same day. Then we will compare the date wise also. So we should write down this logic. If month difference is negative, here we comparison the month, and then if it is 0, then we will comparison the date also. If this is negative, if all this condition will be matched, then we will say -1. Now we will calculate the same thing. So over here 1990. And if I will go there, so you can see this is 33-year-old, because he will become in November 34 year. So this is the way, guys, we can calculate the date. Next thing is we need to submit this form. To submit a form, guys, we have the form tag. This is the form control, and we need to submit it. So we need to be raise one add event listener, right? And suppose we will write down logic over here only. Okay, I told you earlier also prevent default we are using over here because we don't want to be the my complete page should be post back and refresh. So we want whatever it is behavior we should be prevented. Next thing is we need to be get this income and age and definitely the deduction also to calculations. So first we will get the income, and I need to convert the income into the float also. So from this text box we will get the income over here. Second thing is we need to get the age also. So this is the age. Whatever the age it will calculate, it will get it over here. Next one is we should be get the standard and other deduction also. So over here, suppose if the user salary is to 12 lakh and standard deduction is the 75,000, then whatever the left is the taxable income. Taxable amount or income, we can say. So we will write down one more thing. If could possible, if suppose user salary is the 50,000 only and standard deduction is 75,000, then how much taxable amount will be? We are considering in this case, so taxable amount will be negative, or I can say 0. So we'll write down logic over here, constant taxable income. We'll get the maximum one. Maximum means if either 0 or either this calculations. Over here, whatever the income we have, standard deduction minus other deductions. Both the deduction will minus it. If we get in positive, that will be the taxable income. If we will get negative, then the 0 is the taxable income. We don't need to calculate any tax for that particular user. Finally, this taxable income we will pass to this functions. And definitely we should pass the age also. Here write down the logic of calculation tax. So to calculate a tax we required. So this function, guys, will return the two things. Total tax plus breakdown, or I can see the tax breakdown. So over here we are supposing we have total remaining income is this much. Whatever that we have taxable income is the total remaining income, and we are taking one variable for total tax. So right now total tax is 0 only, and definitely we should take the one breakdown also. Guys, breakdown can be the number of, because we have the number of the slab. So I'm taking array over here, and this is our slab. Over here we need to run the loop on the slab. So I'm just running the for loop. This is for of loop. So one by one slab data will be get it over here. Meaning is this one. So suppose let's copy these two things and put it over here so that we will understand better, and I'm commenting it. So this complete object we will get it over here. Next part is we will check if the remaining taxable income is greater than 0, then we will write down some logic. Otherwise we will define, or otherwise I can say break the loop, because I don't want to. It should be terminate. Or I can write down the above condition also. If the remaining income is less than this, then I should not be go below also. That is also possible. Next thing is we need to be calculate the taxable amount. So guys, taxable amount means over here, suppose if I write down a salary, this is the 15 lakh. So to understand the taxable income or the taxable slab, let's see the demo again, guys. So over here, suppose actually user salary is the 15 lakh. and his date of birth is suppose 1988. Let's calculate the tax. So this is the tax. So these slab will become one by one. Okay, and this is the percentage and this is the amount will become. So over here we will get the taxable amount for first slab. So we will get the minimum amount. We'll write down the logic over here, this one. Meaning over here we will get the minimum value, remaining income. So right now remaining income is 12 lakh. So if this value is the minimum of this one, we will take this one. Next thing is slab limit. What is the slab limit we have? 3 lakh. Minus to this one. What is over here? Tax breakdown. Do we have? No, we does not have. So length actually is not greater than this. Condition will be false, then we should get the 0. So 3 lakh minus 0, what is the result will become? 3 lakh only. So taxable amount will become 3 lakh for this particular slab only. Next thing is we will calculate the tax for this particular slab. So this is the tax for this particular slab. Whatever the amount will become. So right now we are getting 3 lakh. Multiply by the slab rate. What is the slab rate? Is 0. So the result will become tax for this slab is 0. So 0 to 3 lakh we don't need to pay any tax. Next thing is we should be collect all the tax into total tax. So whatever the tax we will calculate from this variable, I'm just appending to this variable. Next thing is whatever the slab we are collecting it, we should be display also. So we should be tax breakdown, we should be push inside in it. So we'll just copy this one and push. Guys, this is the object. It will hold the multiple value. So it should be actually receive 3 value. So first one, this one, then whatever the percentage, and this is the amount over here. So I can say slab, rate, and the tax. So we'll get the 3 value. So slab. So in the slab definitely we'll get the 2 different value. So over here 0 to 3000 we have. So we need to be write down the hyphen in between them also. So over here we'll use the template literal. So this is the logic. The source code of this one is this one. So taxable breakdown is length is equal to greater than. So this is the first part, guys. So what it is saying? It is saying, do we have the length? No, we does not have. Then it will become 0. So right now for first value, this first slab, it will become 0. Over here, this for second one, do we have limit infinite? No, we does not have. So then if it does not have, then whatever the limit we have, it will come. So 0 to 3 lakh, it will goes into the slab variables. So this value will become. Next thing is we need to display the rates. Rate is pretty straightforward. Whatever the rate we have over here, we just multiply by 100. So because we are taking the 2 decimal values, so it will come actual value. So like 0, 5%, 10% like away. The final thing is we should display the tax for slab. So this is our tax for slab. So right now it is coming 0. So this is the actual tax, calculated tax, guys. Whatever the tax we calculated, suppose we have 12 lakh salary and 3 lakh already we calculated. So how much is the left? We have the remaining is 9 lakh. So we should update the remaining income also. So over here remaining income minus whatever the amount we calculated it. So this will be the left over here. So this is the tax breakdown we calculated for first slab only, right? For next slab, for example, it will work for the next slab. So what is the taxable amount is 9 lakh over here. So it will goes there. So it will check slab limit is over here 6 lakh. Do we have value? Yes, we have value. This time we have value, guys. Okay. Next thing is what is the last value of this one? Last value is equal to 3 lakh only. And inside in it, what is the limit? 3 lakh only. So it will 6 lakh minus 3 lakh, whatever it is left, that is called taxable amount. Okay. Now next part is what is the taxable amount is 3 lakh. What is the slab rate is 0.5. What will be the tax over here? We will calculate over here. Final thing is total taxes. We will adding it over here because we need to show the total tax also. Over here, we will go into the breakdown. First, we will calculate for slab. Do we have the value? Yes, we have value. What is the limit over here? We have limit is 6 lakh over here. Plus 1. So what we need to show over here? 6 lakh 1. What we will show over here? 3 lakh 1. Right? What is the basically last value? Last value is 3 lakh. 3 lakh plus 1. So it will show 3 lakh plus 1. Hyphen. We need to show. Do we have infinite? No. What is the slab over here? 6 lakh. So directly we will show 3 lakh 1 to 6 lakh over here. Next thing is what is the percentage? We will multiply by 100. We will get the 5%. What is the tax for slab? That is already be calculated and that value will become over here whatever it is calculations. So like a way it will run a loop, guys. Hope you understand. Otherwise you can write down the console or put some debugger point and you can just run this one. Next thing is suppose your user salary is 6,50,000. Let's calculate. So what is the tax you need to give? 0 only. Why? Because it will get some rebate. We know that And you heard it also in the news also, if the below 7 lakh, you don't need to pay any tax also. So in the new tax regime, below 7 lakh, we don't need to pay any tax also. So to calculate over here, so this is the rebate, we are giving it also. So if total taxable income less than or equal to the 7th lakh, then he will get the rebate. What could be the possible tax will become? 25,000. We will minus it. So whichever maximum will show it over here. Let's take the one more case. Suppose a user has salary is 7,50,000. When we calculate, then we can see his tax is also not over here. Why? Because tender deduction we have. Okay. Let's take one more example. If the user salary is the 8,50,000, then he need to pay this much of the tax. Because 85 minus 75, then it will become around 775. Right? So that time actually you need to pay this much only tax actually. So this is the way guys we can calculate, or might be possible we need to change something also. Next thing is we already take one age. We should be use it also. If the user is above 60, or you can say senior or senior citizen, senior or super senior citizen, then he should be get some extra deduction. So 50,000 he will get the extra deductions. So this is the case. If user is greater than 60, whatever the tax we have minus 50,000. So finally we'll return these two things only, total tax and tax breakdown. So tax breakdown already we are calculating in this one. Total tax is guys this one, whatever we finalize actually. So this we will get it over here. So how we can write down? Either we can get the receive the object, or either we can write down as a destructuring. Okay, destructuring object. So these two property will receive it over here. Next thing is over here we can calculate the effective tax rate also. Tax rate will become total tax divided by whatever the income and multiply by 100. So what it will get? We will get some percentage. Right now I'm talking about this percentage guys. So this is the effective tax rate. Now all these things, total tax, tax breakdown, effective tax, all the data we collected. Now we need to display this data, tax breakdown. This one we will get it, total taxable over here we have. So now we need to just display over here. So to display, we'll create a function, display that. First value over here. Here we'll receive all three values. So we'll call this display result over here. So this is the total income. This is the total tax, effective rate also, and total breakdown also. So even 4 value we will actually receive as a input over here as an argument. We'll receive it over here. Here we need to write down the display logic. First thing is all the value whatever we will show only 2 decimal. So first we will show the taxable income span. So this is the taxable income span. Inside it will display the taxable income. So I'm just saving it. Let's test parallelly also. So we'll write down 13 lakh, and here is one date of birth. I'm writing down something, and we'll click on calculate. Yeah, we are getting the result, and this is already done. So this one minus this one, whatever the result will become, we are showing it over here. So this is the first value we display, we done it. Second one, we need to show the total tax. So over here we'll display the total tax. So whatever the tax we calculated, we should show it also. Next thing is we need to show the effective tax rate also. So this is effective tax rate, and this should become in the percentage only. Next thing is if we have already the breakdown, we should be clear it. So I'm just clearing through the HTML over here. This is inner HTML. Next part is we need to show the tax slab. So whatever we collected, this is the array guys, and on array definitely we can run the loop. So I'm right now using the for each. For each is the function of array. It's very similar to the loop only, but it won't return anything. So we will get 1 by 1 slab. Whatever it is collected, we will get 1 by 1 slab over here. First we will create a dynamic div. This is the dynamic div. Inside it we will write down everything. Second is we will actually add one CSS class on it. So this is the CSS class we are adding over here, and this is the class name over here. Similarly, we can remove it also, we can add it the classes also. Even we can find out the class through the contain function also. Sometimes it's very useful to find out do we have this class or not, then we'll use the contain. Next thing is finally on this div we need to add the content. So this is the content guys, this is a slab, inside in it rate and the text. These 3 value we already calculated over here. So this will be display over here. Final thing is this div is we just created it. We should be append it also. So where we should be append? We should be append this div on this control, right? So we will append on text breakdown div, append, and this is slab one. Let's save it. Let's test it also. Suppose the user salary is 15 lakh and his date of birth is something. Calculate. Yes, we are getting the result, and this is the result guys. So if his salary is the 15 lakh, this is the taxable income. He need to pay this much of the tax in annum, and that is the 9% of his salary, and these are the slab-wise. We have the bifurcation also. Right? Final thing is we should be deployed it also on a GitHub so that we can access it anywhere or anytime. We don't need to run locally. We can give this URL to anybody also, like friend and colleague, so they can calculate their own tax also. So how to deploy this on the GitHub link? Let's see this one. So guys, this is my GitHub profile, and we need to be make it live. We'll go this one. So first we should push our latest code over here. Second is we should go into setting. We should go into the pages. Here we should choose the branch. My branch is master branch. If you have some folder, we can write down the folder name also. And we should save it also. Finally on save, we will get one URL. So after this one, we can see guys all this deployment also. These are the process of deployment. Over here we can see how the GitHub has actually deployed our website over here. And finally, once it deployed is done, then we can see over here deployed code is over here. So when we click, we can see this is a URL. So over here, we can give this URL to anybody and they can access it, and they can run our applications. So that's it guys. So what we learned in this program. So in this program we made one JavaScript applications. We wrote down actually secure code because we will put everything inside in it. Ify statement. Over here we defined some global variable. Finally we have the calculation of the age. There we done some complex calculations. Finally all the calculations we are displaying over here dynamically. And the final and the last thing is we deployed this project successfully on the GitHub also. That's it guys. See you in the next video. There we will make some another challenging applications. Till the time you guys can do the practice. Source code I will share in the descriptions. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching the video. See you in the next video. Have a nice day. Happy coding.